Hi there, I'm Ellen Hall from Boulder Cycle Sport, and today I'd like to share a quick mini interview with one of our local partners, Training Peaks. So today I have Dirk Friel, the co-founder and chief evangelist of Training Peaks, to tell us a little bit more about the system. So Dirk, give us a background and overview of what Training Peaks is all about and how people use it.
Hey, Alan. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Training Peaks is, we do full training and nutrition software. You can simply record manually, what you did today and how you felt, or just simply your body weight, all the way up to, you're a cyclist with a power meter and you want to analyze the data, or you might be working with a coach and your coach is monitoring your training through Training Peaks software, and they are doing the future planning for you. If you don't want to work with a coach, we have tons of training plans and just kind of help get you started in the right direction with some expert advice.
Right, right. So who all uses the training programs? Is it limited to mostly elite athletes and pro athletes, or do you have entry level programs as well for people just kind of wanting to gain some fitness?
Yeah, we cover the full spectrum. You can see Tom Danielson on our homepage here. Another homepage, profiles Jeremiah Bishop, Taylor Finney. So we obviously work with professional cyclists, but we also have a lot of, actually hundreds of basic training plans. If you just want to get started and do your first century ride, for example, or 50-mile ride, right off the homepage, we have a plans section here. And if you dive into that, you can go into road cycling or mountain biking, choose, your sport type that you're looking for. And then we have profiled authors and coaches that have produced plans for us. So really any number of different types of athletes will use us, from beginner all the way up to the Tour de France team. So, really wide range. We also obviously work with thousands of coaches themselves. So, a couple thousand coaches actually monitor their clients through our software. So we're through and through a software company with a nice niche in endurance athletics that serves a broad range of, cycling, triathlon, running is our main focus.
Yeah, so to use Training Peaks, do you need like downloadable power meters and downloadable heart rate monitors, or can you just use your basic, seven function cycling computer to get started?
Yeah, you certainly don't have to have a device. Obviously, the more data you can collect, the better. But for, anyone really starting out, that's, certainly not needed. Like I said before, you could just log in and record, I rode 20 miles and felt great today. There's a lot of value in that. Tracking your duration and distance over several weeks and seeing how that accumulates, there is great value in that. Simply putting in your body weight obviously has value because you're more likely to reach your goals by simply recording it. So no, you don't have to have a device, but if you do, we're pretty much the one-stop shop. We're compatible with over 90 different devices, as well as third-party apps. So
Mm-hmm.
iPhone app developers will actually use our interface and upload data collected on the iPhone up to Training Peaks. We've actually come out with our own Training Peaks GPS. You can see a banner here for it as well. So we have our own iPhone apps. We have Cycle Tracker Pro, which you can find in the App Store. Hit start, stop, and go for your ride. It'll track your altitude gain, your speed, distance, and it'll auto upload it to your free Training Peaks account.
So it'll just
Um,
send it right up there to your profile.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll collect all the data on your iPhone. We're coming up with an Android version as well, and then that will synchronize up to your web account. So you could then access all of your training records that were collected on the iPhone, from any computer worldwide just by logging into your online account. We don't have all the deep analysis features on the iPhone as well. It's just not the right size screen to do analysis on. So if you want to do more hardcore analysis or trends over time, that's where you'll jump off the iPhone and log in on your desktop or your laptop, and access all your fun data online. So, the mobile is here to stay. We've joined, the movement, and it's really fun. So a lot of people just interact with our products through the mobile apps.
Right.
Obviously, all the power meters are compatible with, SRM, Power Tap, Quark, and then all the heart rate monitors, from Garmin to Timex to Polar to Suunto. Again, just pretty much anything that's downloadable, we're compatible with it.
Right, great. So say someone comes into Boulder Cycle Sport, they get their new bike, they're excited about getting out and doing some longer rides this summer. Where would they start with your programs?
Well, one place would be to go to our plans section. So right on our homepage, we have plans. That's where you would search for a plan. If you have interest in working with a coach, you've been using a training plan, or you really just want to have expert advice on a daily basis, more premium packages, then you can come into, we actually have a coach directory. So come into our personal edition and then expert advice. We have an expert advice tab here. And I'm going to open up our map here. So hopefully this shows up properly on your screen.
Yeah.
But it opened, so right here is Boulder, for example.
Yeah.
You can click on each one of these bubbles to see coaches that use our software and have added themselves to our coach directory. So that's a great way to get started as well. Or stop in Boulder Cycle Sport and ask for advice on who to work with or what kind of training plan is right for you. Most likely, we'll have a solution for you. So that's kind of two primary ways to kind of get started with expert advice. And we also do have a virtual coach. So if you've read the Cyclist Training Bible, for example, by Joe Friel, he created our virtual coach wizard, and it'll actually walk you through a 5-step wizard, which will then spit out literally a weekly training plan for you leading up to your event.
Great, great. Well, thanks so much for sharing with us today, and I'll be sure to share all the links for Training Peaks in the book and other resources that you would recommend for our customers right here at the end of the video. So thanks so much for being with us today.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, Dirk.